EM. We out here, jeez, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be live right now. Yeah, jeez, you know what I'm saying? One out of 40, EBM, West Flank, Santa Monica fucking mountains. You know, we the face of kick, jeez, you know what I'm saying? Diamond. Diamond Square. Diamond in the rough. There's a little bit of organizing that needs to be done over here today. You know what I'm saying? There's a little bit of organizing that needs to be done. I'd like to play some music that's is appropriate for the occasion. Yes. Yes, 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 indubitably, yes. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Goodness gracious. It is the early morning. Goodness gracious, it is the early morning. Oh my. Oh dear. Brazilian heat wave. Just give me some samba. Samba. Chora. Chill Brazil. Something a little bit with more of a beat, come on. Stop being... Yeah! Yeah! Or however the fuck they do samba. I don't know. I don't watch that shit, Jesus. I remember the most fucking foreign experience for me in Brazil was watching Brazilians like sing and dance to their music. It's like everyone knows the lyrics, everyone knows the song, they all know what to say and do, and you're just staring there like, yeah, I don't connect with this, jeez, you know what I'm saying? This one not for me, jeez. You know, I like the big ass, but keep the music away. When you hear, what do you say? We have, you know, a little bit of Sunday errands and cleaning to do today. Get ready for the week, you know what I'm saying? Saying Jesus. Jesus. Jeez. Cleaning is an integral part of our lives. We make a mess. We clean. At least I do. I make a mess. Uh, Comet verse. Hello, Comet verse. You missed the spot. I just barely saw it, mate. What you on about? It's the Comet verse. Excuse me for that, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I toss these dried plums. I don't know. It's a goddamn mess in here. Peter. The Comet verse. Eddie, what the fuck? How about you start with cleaning that bong of yours is filthy? Use some isopropyl alcohol and cold salt and hot water to loosen up the... Fuck! Maybe I lowered the volume yesterday. Yeah, probably. I did lower it, but... Fuck, mate! Why don't you give another fucking test? Let's see if fucking TTS is working. Test it goes.
Says test.
There it is, mate. Gordon. 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 Oi, Gordon. Oi, Gordon. Oi, Gordon. Fuck. Skibidi-wah, skibidi-wah, skibidi-wee, skibidi-wah. The valley's cooked. Bro, I'm never going out to these bars again like in the valley. If we're gonna go out to a bar, it's gotta be somewhere that has a little bit more buzz to it. Holy shit, dude. There's no nightlife in Los Angeles, so it's so fucking cooked. You know what I'm saying, chat? Don't you think so? Order. You know, a little bit of preparation that requires today. Do I need to rush to the store today? Damn, we went through like a lot of cauliflower yesterday. You know, one case costing me $21. Very huge profit margin, geez, you know what I'm saying? One case costing me $21. Each order of cauliflower fries, $8. Ha 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 ha. Pay for itself, you know what I'm saying? Jeez. Ah, jeez. Y'all gone quiet on me, have ya? Y'all gone real quiet on me, have ya? I see how it is. I see how it is. Yeah, I do. I see how it is. Sure.
It says, food truck Andy.
Yeah, okay. Whatever, geez, you know, I like that kind of Andy anyways. Imagine another streamer working as hard as me, comment. You know what I'm saying? No leeching, no nothing. Imagine another streamer working as hard as me. You know what I'm saying, comment? By creating my own platform, geez, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have our own Andes. Now, whatever I told you months ago, comment, hasn't it came true? How's it more of what, hasn't it all become a reality, comment? Yata. What else can I project into reality, comment? Maybe you have an idea. Do you think these galactic bathtubs are a waste of time? It's impossible. That's where we make all our wishes come true. That's where we make all our wishes come true.
Comment says, the basement showdown never happened, Shuggy.
The what showdown? Basement showdown? What's a basement showdown? That content house never happened with Shuya and DBR. It was supposed to be like, we talked about it briefly one day.
Game comment says, the cages and the boxing.
I mean, these are kids, bro. You know what I'm saying? These aren't grown adults. They're not, they're like Zoomers your age. They don't, what the fuck, what kids today put plans together, bro? You know what I'm saying? What kid like that is gonna put a plan together with like a bunch of other people? He needs help to do that. No, he doesn't have the fucking aggressiveness of organizing to like make sure everything's gonna run smooth. He's not dumb, but I don't know. Me on the other hand,
It says, true.
Me on the other hand, you know, I grown man, jeez, you know what I'm saying? This easy shit for me. I've been doing that stuff since I was a kid though, so organizing to get people together and putting stuff together for different people's easy job for me, jeez, you know what I'm saying? I have the attention span for it. But anyways, come on, bro. I've been modding for that kid all this time. I saw the potential in him, just like I see my potential. Jeez, you know, as a streamer. Imagine we work together. Imagine that. You know, a lot. I think we could accomplish quite a lot.
It says, talking to him then and now, he totally different.
Oh yeah, but that's what money will do to you. I mean, before he was like when in the beginning he was like, you know, kind of naive and innocent, but now obviously, do you know how many people have approached him looking for opportunity? How many other streamers have approached him, trying to like come up on like any opportunity with him, because he's basically like he's got a momentum going. You know, a lot of other people want to get in on that, but I saw that shit from way back when, you know, when they were first in Los Angeles, actually from the Hunger Games, but more so when they first landed in Los Angeles. It's just that
It says, yeah, someone from Cool Kicks reached out to me. They would have done something with him.
who? Who? Comment? Someone with what now? Someone from Cool Kicks reached out to me. They would have done something with him. Why would they reach out to you? You're not a manager. Are you playing that role behind the scenes? Sorry for the camera movement.
It says, not at the time.
Oh. I don't know. It's cool and all to want to work with other streamers, but at the end of the day, you know, it's just better to do your own thing. You don't want to wait on some. You don't want if that's your interest, bro. I mean, like it is mine. I'm not gonna wait on other people to give me a green light or to like. I have my own plans and my own ideas too, right? What do I need from a kid? The kid has an audience. The kid is like one of the more popular streamers. But I don't know. That's not a defining moment for me. I put something completely, bro. I put more. I'm not saying directly. Like, I put all this effort and everything just solely for Kick, but at the same time, I've made my strides for sure. I carved my own path for sure. You know, I didn't reach out. I didn't need anyone to set the pebbles on the floor for old Eddy. So we'll see. Mr. Comment. I just have to keep streaming and being more consistent, you know? Imagine if I had the money, bro, like that some of these streamers are getting. Do you think I'd have a maid cleaning my place right now and I'd be doing IRL? Jesus, you know what I'm saying? I'd probably still clean my room. That's never gonna change, Jesus. You know what? You know what Godmo told me? He's another guy that came on my stream one time. He's not a streamer, he's my family friend. But he told me, after I walked into his car, he told me, I think I have the chance to become one of the best streamers. He said, I have the potential to become the best streamer in the world. That's what he told me. This is like random kid that you guys have never heard of, right? And he's saying this to me and I'm laughing outside. And I'm saying, why don't you just start streaming then if that's how you feel? He said, nah, I don't have time for all that shit, bro. He's like, I'm gonna wait till you get to 100 viewers and then I'll start my platform from that point. I'm like, wow, bro. So a lot of people feel entitled to a certain role, but they don't have any grind towards it, you know? It's like they want that, but they're not willing to put in for that, bro. That's what I don't understand about the kids nowadays. Yo, thank you for the follow. I hope it's not Chops or Zork, because I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. Oh, okay. Yo, thank you for the follow. Jabba-chan. Jabba-chan. What do you think? Comment. You know, what's your opinion on this, Jesus? Oh man, definitely gonna. None of these printed properly, did they?
It says, in thinking.
Comment, comment. How do you bring yourself to relevancy? Comment. You know how what a difficult path that is, bro? To make yourself the character and not enter the lore of the main characters. If that makes sense. It's like my dear Mod Bucks was saying. I think yesterday he's like, it's like that one clip will make you, right? That it's like that one clip that makes people. A lot of the time, all it takes is one clip. But you can't force a clip. Or can you? I don't know. We had some interesting conversations yesterday. A lot of interesting things we talked about. But no, from that, I had a self-reflection that, you know, a lot of my streaming stuff was kind of like forced to for a certain point. Like I was kind of forced a certain narrative, forced a certain type of streaming without even streaming or having experience with it. How do you force certain, like, how do you project a certain kind of stream without having like without holding on to it, you know, and seeing how it feels? It don't work that way. So it even takes some time to become like natural at what you're gonna show and do with the audience.
Stoneface says, well, you ain't gonna get that one clip, just swing up your goers. Fuck man, how?
I'm trying to give me like a little bit of a sponsorship deal, bro. I am like walking advertisement G, you know what I'm saying? We have big food truck, drive that bitch around Los Angeles with a kick and a steak logo. They gotta pay me a little bit of money to make that happen on the, you know, royalty type of shit, G's, month-to-month basis. That's what the other food trucks used to do. They would advertise like soda, like up-and-coming soda brands on their trucks. They get paid like a couple $100 a month. But you know, we're talking big money over here. State gambling, whole different scenario. I mean, a food truck wrap costs like $5,000. And then obviously, if we were to remove my food truck wrap, it would cost like another $800 close to. So it's like, if they really wanted to invest all this money, it'd be a you know, decent chunk of change, at least like $6,000 just to change the wrap, and then they're gonna pay me like at least $1,000 a month, G, just to drive that bitch around, you know, with the logos and everything. It's not a bad idea, bro. It's not a bad idea to drive around Los Angeles with a kick logo and a steak logo. On the car, you're gonna get a lot of attention. You're gonna get a lot of attraction towards the site. New people seeing that every day. should I even wrap my own car if they were cool with that? You know, one idea after the next, G. You have to come up with something, right? It's sink or swim right now, fellas. You know, time's tough. We have to generate new ideas, innovation, you know, creativity, ingenuity. All them things. This is still a open market, bro. Don't think it's like closed off. There's still so much opportunity in this streaming platform, bro, because streaming is not mainstream yet. You understand that? It's like when before the dot-com era blew up, and before people took interest in it, and those that got in made a fortune. But it's not about making the fortune. It's about the transition of entertainment, you know? More people are looking into live streaming now than I think maybe other YouTube or whatever else. I think it's slowly changing. And the type of streams that are becoming more accessible to watch, right? Now you have people sailing boats. Now you have people at restaurants, kitchens, food trucks, whatever, you know? It's fucking TV shows, bro, you know? They're like the scuffed TV shows, basically. I have a scuffed TV show. I've been planning to create that TV show for years. Like that motherfucker that made Squid Games, right? 10 fucking years he tried to sell that script. Well, it's been like 4 or 5 years since I wanted to, you know, make a script for a food truck show. It's been years. This is my first step into it, geez, you know what I'm saying? We're showing the ins and outs of the life on the food truck world, of my life, geez. I'm not kind of different from the other streamers, you know? Yo, thank you for the Yo-Yo's Revenge. Thank you for the follow. Yo-Yo's Revenge Geezer. Yo-Yo's Revenge Geezer. Oh boy. Uh-huh. Oh. I cleaned it.
says you call that clean, you're supposed to see through glass. Bloody hell!
Bloody hell! Staleface says, bloody hell!
Says, just chatting mid-page.
What do you mean just chatting mid-page?
Blurry says, D-E-I Eddy.
Did they fucking front page me, dude? That's hilarious. That's hilarious, bro. Oh my god, bro.
Blurry says, you're featured on Just Chatting.
What time is it right now, bro? What's with these time slots? 10:31. For the love of Christ. Almost around the same time I was active yesterday. Yeah, geez, you know, I'm gonna be the face of Kick, you know, organizing the room, making sure we're gonna be top streamer. Oh my god, bro. Cleaning with Eddy. Let's all clean together. This one's 83% battery. Actually, I'm going to wipe this down with alcohol first. That's a special privilege that you...
The people want to see the food truck.
This special privilege when your name is Eddy, you know, all kinds of things can occur. The people want to see the food truck, well, we're going to go there later. You know, I only human, Eddy, you know what I'm saying? I have to take care of all my home errands first before we go to work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We had a long stream yesterday, man. 18-hour stream yesterday. food that Jin prepared for me yesterday. All right, now we do some laundry.
Says it was a good stream.
Yeah, it was a fun stream yesterday. We showed all the dirty bits, didn't we, Blurry? Didn't we, Blurry, my dear? It's a bit more respectable in here now.
No Master says Ed Boys gang in the house.
EBM.
Cool.
1 out of 40.
Let's fire up the sticky icky.
1 out of 40. West
Ruby
flank.
says,
EBM.
wow.
Wow. I gotta find some better, like, funner spots to go hang out at in LA, you know? There's a lot of interesting little clubs and stuff that they have, like a run club. A bunch of people try to go rizz up the Huz on a hike. Different stuff like that. Hiking club. Oof. The Huz. Oh.
No Masters says, how much is rent for a player spot like that in LA Dar?
Like 20, like over 2,000 probably. Especially in the neighborhood that I'm living in. Easily over 2,000, bro. Fuck, dude. If you go see what the other neighborhoods are like over here, you know, I never want to leave this place. Jeez, you know what I'm saying? Unless you can really afford. I mean, bro, living here is not cheap by any means. You know what I'm saying? If you're not living after a certain means, you're living. It's kind of miserable. I'm not gonna lie. You know, your neighbors, the people around you, you're not gonna enjoy it as much. You're gonna deal with a lot of bullshit. Jeez, but you know, if you have a certain income and you can afford it, LA is the shit, bro. You know what I mean? Afford yourself a nice place with like a bunch of yuppies, up and coming, like young creative people that have money, do cool shit, go to like nice places to eat, you know. If you can afford it, bro, this is a fun place to be, you know. but you really gotta afford it. And then some people beg the question, like, you can do all that money with, you can do so much with all that money here. Imagine what you could do in a different place, you know, where the society is not so, well, you know. Anyways, I always wonder about that. As much as I don't feel like my heart belongs here, so the opportunity here is incomparable to the rest of the world. Some ways, in some ways, you know. Yeah, jeez. Oh. G-Shock, wow. Oh, man. Oh. I'm not even close to, completing it. All those beers and sushi yesterday, you know what I'm saying, chat? I think today is a good day to go for a little barefoot hike. What do you guys think? Ooh. Hami? Hami, get your stizzy ready and take a hit with me. Oh, Hami. How you doing, G's? You know, everybody wondering, you're about to roll up to it. Everybody wondering about you yesterday, G. What happened to you? Hami. Oh, Hami. Would be a nice day to go to work, right, G's? Let me see if there's any jobs today. No, nothing. We are unable to review your application at this time. What? What is this, bro? Don't tell me this is the partner program. Fuck, dude. Oh my god. Motherfuckers, bro. That's such a fucking stupid, bro. You went home to chill and sleep? Yeah. I can't blame you, G's. You know, I want to do the same yesterday too. Basically what I did anyways. Dude, it's not fun going out in LA, bro. I try to do some like I'm not good at choosing the spots at least. You know what I'm saying, homie? When I go to these like random bars in the valley, it's always so dead, bro. North Hollywood, Burbank, Glendale, all the bars in this area, there's like no action. There's usually like no girls. It's just a bunch of dudes. Like The only places I could think of are Santa Monica that actually would have younger crowd of like people. Or concerts or raves, that sort of thing. Hit and miss, yeah, bro. I mean, just the valley is not the spot. Maybe downtown. Two spots in the valley that get busy? What is it? Honestly, like I just googled like random places and went there. I didn't like go to the ones that I know guaranteed. But the ones that I know that like will have that, bro, it's different when you walk in there with a fucking selfie stick, right?
Any
Hey,
420 says,
G's.
good morning, G's.
Good morning, G's. Wow.
Any 420 says, currently roasting up some of my fresh, organic Guatemalan coffee.
Nice, dude. That sounds pretty good. Rabbit hole? The rabbit hole. In the Alhambra? What the fuck, bro? Unless there's another one. In Canoga Park? Jeez. Canoga Park, jeez. I mean, honestly, the spot, I'm looking at some of the photos. Looks like a pretty cool place. Sugar sweet. I mean, that one kind of far, G. Sugar sweet. Oh, in Granada Hills. Okay. You'll find some like single moms here for sure. God damn. It's a freaking hell of a dive-in bar from what I'm looking at. What's with all these hyenas over here, bro? It's like, I just see like a bunch of Latina girls like in all these photos. They're like in their 40s. There's some more in the valley. Yeah, they're like, these are the spots that might actually, like, we could actually cook at. We can cook at some of these locations. I just showed up to some random bars yesterday. I walk in, they just look and laugh at me. Jeez, you know what I'm saying? They never seen anybody like it.
Where is Beloft hiding? I haven't been his black ass for ages.
There's one more in the valley. Fucking Harmon, bro. They put me on like mid page today. Apparently, that's what Blurry was saying. Not front page, but directly, but mid page. While I was cleaning my room. That's so random, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have some really good moments, bro. When we're actually like cooking and doing service in the food truck, etc. What's with this? What's with this fucking Windex bullshit? Yeah, geez, lot of investment we put into this shit. You know what I'm saying, geez, at the least. That's the least, homie. You know I'm a very demanding person, homie.
Chuck Sanders Orgay says, leave some more misconcas for us, homie.
Homie. They just completely spell your name like that now. They don't- Homie. Oh man. Yo, homie, it's your turn, bro. You know what
Chuck
I'm saying?
underscore gay says, can he say it, homie?
It's-
Can he say it?
Homie, it's your turn now, homie. I setting up the stage. Now it's your turn, G's. You know what I'm saying? You have to set something up for us one of these days. What's gonna be, homie? Either that or help us get the ball rolling, G's. You know what I'm saying? We need to be going out more regularly. I don't know all the spots.
Chops_gay says, can I say it?
You know the answer to that question. You silly man. This is like easily, man, I can't trust if it's AI or real music. Either way it's good, but I don't want to be fooled. You know what I'm saying, chat? I don't want to listen to AI music unless I deliberately truth tell. I have to go and do a lot of other errands today, you know? Really don't want to get up and go do it though. Dude, I need to invest in a little.
Yes, says, I got a text invite for a rave BDSM part tonight. Wonder if I should go. Haha, content.
I mean, yeah, it'll be something at least. Either that or you're gonna be driving around, LA with the self-made. Waiting for the takeover, G's. Are they still doing takeovers? Seemed like the cops started to crack down on those pretty hard. Homie. You don't know if you want to do takes? No, you have a good idea for tonight's content. I would do that. At the very least, I would do that. Yeah, I mean, I never considered it like that, but You do have a point. I mean, Self kind of put it in perspective last time he told me he got like some kind of debris in his eye and it blinded him. Like, that's not good, bro. That's like, it's gonna affect your entire life, pretty much. I've been in similar situations, you know, where had I not done that one thing, it like wouldn't have affected my whole life. But yeah, I mean, I got damage in my right ear from something like that. Geez, you know what I'm saying? But it could be anything. It could be like you losing like a little piece of your finger, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It'll change your whole life.
Gay says, "What the fuck? Eye surgery must be painful as fuck."
I mean, at the least, like, wouldn't you rather avoid it, right? I don't like the idea of being under anesthetics in the hospital, bro. You know, I feel like they're gonna end me, G's. You know what I'm saying? In GTA, I don't trust the corrupt doctors.
Chops_gay says, "Some big titty bitch lost a tit in a takeover." Chops_gay says, "I heard about some food getting ran over. AMD lost his dick."
That's wild, bro. I mean, it's just. Yeah, you know, geez, the cons outweigh the positives. We're just gonna say that one. No, I never seen that.
I went to and take over and lost my virginity.
You think it'd be on YouTube? I looked it up on YouTube, but there's a lot of people getting hit. Oh, don't tell me that's him, bro, because it kind of looks like. I literally put it in the title. That's just crazy, bro, how they do this. This is Anaheim. They're just punching him right through the window. Holy shit. That's just nuts, bro. They're totaling the whole car. What's the point of that? this dude got it bad.
Underscore Gay says he should have put window up, but it was already broken out.
Oh, fuck, dude. Oh, man. Fuck, dude. A Tesla?
Chops underscore Gay says, dude thought he was going to stop a car, laughed my ass off.
Man, they got a whole squad.
Chops underscore Gay says, GTR Senna.
I'm surprised you. I don't even know any of these cars. Oh, the cop's just watching, right? Yeah. Oh my god. What the fuck? Holy shit, dude. This looks worse than Boys in the Hood. Even Boys in the Hood wasn't even this bad, bro.
They go on this nigga's house roof. I be hella high. I be hella mad if I was in. Oh, I swear to God, that was my house. I be tripping. You outside with it?
I mean, this is like some YOLO shit, bro. This is some YOLO. You know, here we are struggling, trying to make ends meet. Yeah, is Connor the one that like pioneered the streaming of takeovers? But what happens, you know, when there's no more? He was the best to do it.
Underscore Gay says, takeovers will never stop.
Wow, I'm sure they will, bro. What kind of era do you think we're living in? You don't think they can deploy military over here? And like start enforcing curfews and all this kind of stuff? If they started doing that, what happened to the nightlife though? That also. Half the time, bro, I can't even smile or be happy anymore because of you. I can't even be happy about it anymore, bro. When I see when I get a follower, I'm like, oh, is it Zorp or Chops? And I just walk over with my like head down. I'm like, fucking guys, and it's actually someone new, and I'm like, oh shit, you know, thanks for the follow, you fuck. Learn to braise beef on stream. That's not a bad idea, Lemon. Hey, you know, you're really going somewhere with this cheese. You know, maybe the universe send you to me. You know, to make the braised beef. Ha ha ha. Chops do the same to me. We have to put a stop to this madness. Have to put stop to this madness. Jeez, you know what I'm saying? What am I doing right now, jeez? You know what I'm saying? I'm like looking at my monitor, like thinking that I should do this or I should do that. Fuck. Hami? What other events do you think are coming up that maybe we haven't mentioned or brought up? I looked up all that, like think broad and wide, bro. Think of like
Gay
card
says
show,
thought you
anime
would be
expo,
proud.
anything, you know, anything. Could be a book convention for Christ's sake. I literally look it up right now. Jeez. April 26, 27. Fuck. LA Times Festival of Books. Jesus Christ. Jeez, you know what I'm saying? Jeez. But I think that, let me see where it's USC campus. Well, I can't force my way into that one. Jeez. There could have easily been like food trucks over there. Anaheim 1, Anime Expo. I tried applying for Anime Expo. They don't respond to me. They're not responding to me. Jeez, you know, I'm very upset about that one. There's a lot of shows playing in the park next week. Which park? There's also the Long Beach Anime Convention. I don't have a Long Beach permit, jeez. Yeah, I don't have a Long Beach permit. But there's so many events in Long Beach, it's like I gotta start with the one. I mean, if there was one guaranteed, like, hey, someone said there's popping event, you're invited.
Says Hami went to Fat Sal's and got the Fat Jerry sub to well.
You mean, is it LA, like Historic Park, Grand Park? Uh, $15. In Grand Park, right? May 2nd. I got invited to July 4th. I applied for the July 4th thing, but they're asking $600. They're asking for $600 fee to park there for one day. I can't pay that, bro. It's too much. I don't think it's worth it for the amount of sales that we would have to pull off in one night to make that worth it. I don't know if we could do like over $2,000. I know, bro, but it's just crazy that we're gonna have to charge prices like that. But yeah, it would be something along those lines. It would have to be $20 plus per ticket to make that reasonable. Let me see. Yeah. Event pricing, geez. Yeah, geez, I know. I understand that one, geez. What about these Valley Sesh? Is it, well, I don't know how productive that would be. It's not like 50 to 100 people are going to be there. All right, it's 11:22. I need to figure out exactly what I'm doing today. Jeez.
My genitals says, get on steak and spunk your $2 mate.
I have like $16 left, G, you know, and that's going to be for later. Genitals. Maybe in this life, genitals. All right.
My genitals says, $16. Welcome to the Baller Club, yada.
We're talking big money over here, genitals. None of that small change. You know what I'm saying? Yata. Bum, 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 bum. That event was popping. Wow. And it's saturated too, in the market. No,
Atoll says, what's the plans today?
I have a few more errands to do at home, and then immediately after, I think I want to do a little workout before I go to the truck. A little stretch and go for a barefoot hike, and then go to the truck. We go to the truck and do all this stuff over there. That's gonna be quite a bit of time spent there. Go to the public storage, grab some materials, go to the truck, clean, wash dishes, do a little bit of preparation. Did I have some shopping that needed to be done? I believe so. But do I need to do it today?
underscore gay says, it's going to be a long ass stream. Get moving, G.
No, I know I'm always late, bro. All these things could have been done like early in the morning, but I take my sweet time to get up. I gotta print these recipes out. Where the fuck did I? Maybe I left it in the truck last time. Anyways, I'm not gonna chance it and find out. Bum 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 bum. Josh Wax.
Just wake up.
I'm trying to, bro. I tried to get moving, jeez. I'm gonna print something out right now, and then. No, this ain't it. This ain't it. This is the one.
Hey, says, last time I went to the weed convention, they had so many shrooms, the market for sure, fuck geez, quality dropped too. Not gonna lie, it got harder for me to find good vendors, all the OGs gone.
Do you think there's market for that stuff, cheese? For the... You know, for the Super Mario stuff, the mushrooms. This is it. Is this the most recent one? What's the date today? 27? Maybe not the most recent. Yeah, oh, there's the crinkle. Fuck. And also should have the...
That says, next time I get the Valley Statue, I'll go live. There's one Friday, the bigger one, and Wednesday and Sunday, one different organizers, but some of the same vendors.
Yeah, I wonder how many people are over there. How many people show up? Hold on. Let me, what's good cleaning music? Let me think. What the hell is this? Finding the best fried chicken in Los Angeles 7 hours ago.
We gotta get a bang on that. That makes more sense. I think if you're just like chugging milk, it's not gonna be achieving much.
Yeah.
But if you leave this in your mouth to kind of like soak things up.
Yeah, coats it.
Howlin' Ray's, Honey Kettle, Gold Tongs, Willie Mead's restaurant. Oh wow, they went to Gold Tongs too. With the fruits all over the chicken.
Oh, we're in trouble.
This is the director's cut. You go 1, 2, jumper. The best Korean fried chicken in the whole Los Angeles area. We're about to find out. You still hungry?
I am still hungry. You said this guy also has quite an interesting story, right?
Absolutely. Got the movie posters on the wall right there.
Somehow he's ended up.
Made his money in karaoke, then went into film, then jumped to fried chicken.
Karaoke, fried chicken, and movies are
Yeah.
three of my favorite things.
And they do fruit.
Yeah, I was looking at the menu, and it looks like there's like a fruit salad that comes with the food.
I think the fried chicken and fruit seems like a nice pairing, to be honest.
Yeah. Again, I say like sweet heat.
Yeah.
Great combination.
Also, you know, there's a vocal booth back there, so if you want to spit a few verses for your fierce mixtape, you could do it here, right?
Fire in the booth.
We're about to fire chicken, then do a fire verse.
Drop some fire in
I'm
the
going to
booth.
put in an order. You hungry?
All right, and yeah, let's
Let's go. Yes, sir. Thank you so very much.
Wow.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, sir.
Dude. Oh, we're in trouble.
This is the director's cut. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 different styles of fried chicken here, right?
It's one of the craziest plates of food I've ever seen in my life.
Well, how about we try it before we talk about it?
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Oil. Amazing. And sometimes the fruit salad in with the chicken.
Dipping sauces too.
Like a berry flavor, but so spicy.
Have you ever had?
Yeah.
Have you
It
ever
has
had
like a
fried
stro-
chicken and fruit in the same mouthful
I
before?
haven't. I don't think I have.
Yeah, I just had some strawberry with fried chicken, which I've never had before, and that was absolutely delicious.
Amazing.
I can't even count. There's like blackberries on here. There's blueberries, strawberries, tomatoes, peppers, avocados, kiwi fruit. I think I'm seeing there.
Pomegranate seeds?
It's just things that I would never think to consume together, but
That's
now they're here. I'm
fantastic.
gonna do it.
This guy's a genius. I mean,
In
sure.
terms of the chicken itself, how's this stacking up for you?
This is fantastic. This was the wild card coming in today. I do know Korean fried chicken. I've had it before, but never like this. This one over here, this one with the fruit sauce on it.
Yeah.
I haven't had anything like this before, and I absolutely love it.
One thing that really impresses me about Korean fried chicken, especially this Korean fried chicken, is that when it is tossed in that sauce, it still retains that crunch. Because often when you get like a fried thing, you cover it in sauce, it'll just go soggy really fast. But this one, like, you still get the texture difference.
The gentleman that we're seeing go back and forth here, I believe his name is Kil Chae-jeong. My apologies if I pronounced that wrong. Only person who works here.
Wow.
One man show. This is his joint. He's got the sweet, he's got the savory, and he's got the spicy all on one dish. I want to point out they normally have, K-pop blasting, and you see from the TVs here, it's like more of a upbeat vibe. And to turn down the stimulus for us, understandable for the shooting. But yeah, this is absolutely fantastic. I love it.
This is just like, to me, so unique. I've had Korean fried chicken before, never in LA, but I've never had a plate of food that looks or tastes quite like this.
Yeah.
With those fruit combinations particularly. You can almost tell that it is just run by this one guy in the way that, like, this is so distinct.
Yes, it has a very personal flair to it.
Right, it feels like this is like very much his personality coming through on the plate. And it's really, really delicious. I think we may have to get the rest of this to go because there is an enormous amount that we have unfortunately not touched.
All right, last spot I want to take you. Can't go today, but I'll see you bright and early tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Fantastic. All right, my guy, we're in Venice right now. We're stopping our last chicken spot, Willie Mays.
Ooh, I thought that was in New Orleans.
That's right, sir. When we went to New Orleans for our fried chicken episode, was not open, but they have a spot out here in LA, opened in 2022, and some say it is as good as the OG location in New Orleans. And now we're at Willie Mays in Venice, Los Angeles, California.
Not Venice, Italy?
Correct.
Cool.
We came here in a car, not a boat.
Sure, gondola.
This location's been here since 2022, and it is a sister location of the OG restaurant in New Orleans.
I feel like when we were in New Orleans doing chicken, you said that Willie Mays was a contender out there, but we couldn't go?
We could not go because not only were affected by Hurricane Katrina, but rebuilt, and then recently when we were there, suffered a fire, so it closed once again to rebuild once again. But some say it is the best fried chicken in New Orleans. We'll see how good it is here in Los Angeles. I think it's going to be fantastic. The chicken here is wet battered, so because of that, it's going to be nice and crispy on the outside, but oh so juicy on the inside. One thing I love about this place is it said very clearly the ingredients and the spices are a closely held family recipe, and no secrets will be revealed today. If they're sitting on the chicken recipe, you know they got something good.
Yeah, it's worth protecting. It's worth keeping under wraps.
They're also known for the soul food classics, so we might try a few sides. We're definitely getting the chicken.
I kind of miss gumbo from the New Orleans episode, so maybe we get a little gumbo to share.
I'll see if I can whip some gumbo. Yeah, I do miss gumbo. Isn't gumbo
Good.
great?
So good, yeah.
That's right. You don't have gumbo in the
We
the
do
UK.
not. No, that's one that I've not found yet at all.
Yeah.
So let's get it while we're here.
So another opportunity, buddy. Open a gumbo shop. Willie Mays originated as a bar in 1957, but by the 70s they became a restaurant. They were given the James Beard Award as an American classic in 2005. Jimmy B.
Jimmy B.
Operation is run by Carrie Seton Stewart, who is the great-granddaughter of Willie May.
Cool. Still in the family.
Yes, still in the family. And they noticed out in New Orleans that they were getting a lot of visitors from California.
Yeah, none of these have really like originated in LA.
Yeah.
But you know, they may have been perfected in LA.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, please.
Thank you so much.
Looks incredible. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
I think we have a winner.
You haven't even tried it yet.
Looks alone, incredible. We have a lot to talk about, but first,
We diving in?
shall we taste?
We're diving
Where am I
in.
going on this angle?
Ooh, baby. Look at the crunch. I bit the wrong part. I got mostly bone. Oh,
I'm so glad we came here. This is amazing. We haven't had skin as crispy as this, but it's also this light. You notice that? Listen to that crunch. I get it. I get why people were flying to New Orleans for this chicken. And I do honestly think it is a stroke of genius to go, why don't we just open it in California on the West Coast?
I mean, looking at the batter, I thought it was going to be quite a thick layer of batter as well.
Yeah,
'cause
same.
The way it's kind of like blistered up and you have these like puffy layer bits. But it's actually not that thick. It's quite a light, delicate layer of batter, like you're saying. And it is that, you can tell it's that wet batter again because it's really just sealed in like every ounce of juice that was in this chicken. It's all right in there. Still tasting amazing. Oh, it's so good.
As mentioned before, the recipe, the spices, the highly guarded secret it said online. Before I'm like, okay, whatever. Now, no. We must protect this recipe at all costs. This is so good. I totally get it. If I came up with this, I'd be like, ain't nobody getting this.
Good. I also want to try some gumbo. I miss gumbo a lot. Gumbo was one of my favorite things that we actually ate on that whole trip last time we were out.
Yeah.
Does it taste like we're back in New Orleans?
Feels like it, right?
It kind of does,
Also, yeah, the vibe in here is very New Orleans. Yeah. I feel that they've done a perfect job of replicating great New Orleans food here in sunny California. Because yes, the chicken is on point, but the gumbo's fantastic. The corn muffins are fantastic. The sides, all this stuff is really fantastic. I really feel like we could have this exact same meal in New Orleans, but we're in California.
Yeah, I agree. Impressive display of like consistency, love and care. It's really, really tasty.
All right, buddy. But if you had to pick your favorites of all the places I've taken you today, what do you think was your favorite fried chicken in Los Angeles?
As always, it's a tough call. You've given me very different like styles of chicken across the board.
Yeah.
It's not like a direct comparison, but I think the one that I personally have enjoyed the most was actually Honey's Kettle.
Oh, really?
I think that kettle style frying for me produced what I think of as kind of like the platonic ideal fried chicken. It was super crispy, unbelievably juicy, flavorful, but surprisingly light. I also just love the vibe in there. I think the family are doing an amazing job. It's fine margins because this is also great. Gold Tong was also great. They've all been great. Harlem Ray's also good. If they hadn't tried to assassinate me with spice.
Here's this chicken. Sign this waiver before you eat us. When you die, you can't sue us. That's bold.
For me, fine margins, but I think, Honey's just edged out.
I think my head is the same place as yours, except I'm going to flip them. I think Willie Mays is the best fried chicken I've had in Los Angeles. Honey's Kettle is a close second. I guess we have the same sentiments, although I felt that this style, this crispiness, and this flavor profile, and the lightness and juiciness of this specific chicken was better than Honey's Kettle. But, I mean, they're neck and neck.
I mean, Howling's still great. Would still highly endorse that. If you want the real spice, if you want to push yourself, do that.
I would say
also,
for
Gold Tong was
probably the most entertaining meal, get 3 of your friends together and go to Gold Tong.
Yeah. 3 friends, several beers, mountain of fried chicken and fruit.
But
it's cool though. I feel like I've had a really good overview of the like LA fried chicken scene. You can see those cultural influences have come from all over the US and beyond, and are really kind of like being honed in LA, which I really love. And yeah, I wish like half of these places were available in London.
Never happening, buddy. Never happening. All right.
I'll have my sad, soggy KFC.
There's a lot of talk in the manosphere about getting up early and exercising or hopping in a cold plunge to really get your day started. Yet none of them reference having blazing hot chicken to get the blood flowing. That's what we're doing today, buddy. Get ready.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, like cold plunge, supposed to get your heart pumping. I'm sure 2 million Scovilles will do the same thing.
Today,
we're now one of my favorite places in Los Angeles, In-N-Out Burger. We don't have those in New York. In fact, every once in a while, some cruel person starts a rumor, generally on a foodie website, that In-N-Out is coming to Brooklyn or to one of the boroughs, and everybody in New York goes insane. Oh my God, In-N-Out is coming. What can I say about this place? It's It's the only fast food chain that I actually like and think is reasonably good for the world. Whenever I come to LA, in fact, one of the reasons I look forward to doing the taste is because as soon as I arrive, I'll hit the airport In and Out, and on my way out of town after finishing the taste, I'll pick up another. Every once in a while, I'll even buy a big reeking bag of burgers with onions and fries and shakes, and I'll bring them back to my very nice hotel lobby, and it's really an amazing thing to see. Generally speaking, when you walk through the lobby of a nice hotel with a big reeking bag of fast food, people look at you like, you know, you're low class, or, you know, why are you bringing that in here? We do have a restaurant. No, nothing but love and admiration. Even from the staff, they're like, good going, sir. Nicely done, sir. Excellent. I would like to be eating that right now. Something else interesting about In and Out I found. I use Instagram a lot. And I found that if I were to take an Instagram picture of myself and, like, I don't know, like with some really interesting people, let's make up a scenario. Me, Christopher Walken, the Dalai Lama, and Keith Richards in a hot tub doing bong rips. Pretty interesting stuff, you'd think, right? I'm good for a few thousand likes on Instagram. And that's about all I'll get in an hour. You know, maybe 4,000 or 5,000 likes if I put that picture up. However, and I found this from experience, if I simply take an isolated photograph of my In-N-Out burger sitting on a table, an anonymous In-N-Out burger, I'll get like 50,000 likes in 9 minutes. So, you know, the thing about a burger is there are many forces at play with a properly made burger. You gotta have a decent bun, right, to start with. Bun selection, very important. You know, good quality meat. Also, you know, that would be nice. Non-limp, reasonably fresh greens and garnishes, also good. Cheese, you don't want fancy cheese. You don't want, you know, no. Whatever that is, this cheese-like substance is just perfect. But notice it's two thin patties together, okay? Maximum surface area, therefore exposing the maximum areas of meat surface to the popples of the tongue.
He's like the cheese substance is good enough. Harmon, I know you don't like this, bro. This guy.
And I like mine
well,
style. And I'll tell you what that is, but I happen to. Yes. Oh yeah. There it is. My favorite restaurant in Los Angeles.
Is it?
Fine restaurant, by the way.
Is it?
Just don't.
We're not too far apart, you and I.
I've been obsessed with burgers easily for about 25 years now. Hamburger America is a documentary film I made in 2004. I have since then written 5 books. I've had 3 TV shows and now a restaurant. 2 burgers on the menu are there because I believe that those are primary source burgers that go back to the dawn of the hamburger. There's always that moment before we open the doors where you know within seconds the place is going to be filled up. We're doing 1,200 to 1,400 pounds of beef a week. My job is to make people appreciate hamburger history. My job wasn't really to feed people, but it just became a natural next step, and I'm glad I took it. Good morning, I'm George Most, burger scholar, and this is Hamburger America. Come on in. We built the restaurant of my dreams. I was not trying to do something that's silly and retro, but based on history. What would an old school diner do? And we actually made it happen. I can't believe it. I was trying to fix something somebody bent. I don't know, how do you bend these things? Owning a restaurant, literally, it's every 5 minutes something breaks. Every 5 minutes. This beautiful 11-stool counter was a design that I've had in my head for decades. You'll notice it's a very unique setup. There's a griddle facing forward. I didn't want to spend the rest of my life facing a wall. Have everybody say, George, turn around. I want to take your picture. It's 10 o'clock. We gotta get going. We're open in an hour from now. Let's get to work. Come on. Prep happens downstairs. Incoming. Oh, you have to make sure we blur out this machine, so no one saw this, right? This is proprietary. You don't have to blur out Antonio. This is Antonio. All the burgers have onions, and we sell a lot of burgers. Our our onions have to be the perfect thinness, so they cook faster because that's the way they did it back in the old days. So this thing is perfect. It actually slices the onions exactly where we need them. I used to use a deli slicer. That's 120 to 140 movements like that for one onion. This thing slices onions in 4 seconds. We're now doing 200 pounds of onions a day. This is the thing I don't miss, by the way, about doing this. So for some reason, you just slice 20 onions and be crying like a baby. And all of a sudden, the 21st onion, you just stop. Your eyes glaze over, and your body's protecting itself against hydrochloric acid that's coming off of onions. How do you do it?
Le ponemos casi siempre agua aquí para que quite un poco la fuerza.
Oh. But the real star of the show is the beef. Check this out. This is where the meat is hidden. It's roughly 700, 800 pounds. We have enough. I think we definitely have enough. My workstation. Let's do this. Two of the most important ingredients.
There's always some food like that in the back, just grinding for years.
We look at the whole restaurant. We make sure that the entire restaurant is set up, ready to go, which means that if you're behind the counter, you can do with this thing, this gathering thing, you can just put all that together, pull it towards you, menus back in here, ready for the next customer. Hey, Allison, look who's here. It's our star server, Allison. We have a lot of tools here. They're all necessary. One is my spatula. In order to smash a burger, I need my very thick 12-gauge stainless steel. Couldn't find a spatula that was strong enough to withstand, smashing over and over and over again. They kept breaking and bending. So I had a friend of mine make me one. Once you smash the burger, you need to flip it over. You end up with a second tool, which is basically a scraper. We sharpen them. We need to get the burger off the surface perfectly. Sometimes we do this in front of customers. They're like, "What's that?" Just a sharpening stone. And I hope that's sharp. And then when we're done, we scrape up all the other stuff on the flat top with this. So we get the seasoning set up. We have kosher salt, and we have a special seasoned salt. These are melter covers. This is the butter whip. It's big on TikTok.
Oh.
We toast our buns with unsalted butter. Originally, we thought we had salted butter. We had unsalted, and we liked it, so we never changed it. That's the way things go. The grill takes a while to heat up. I think it's ready to go.
Not a bad
We
idea.
usually turn it on about an hour before service. It's an old school 1-inch thick piece of steel. We could have chosen like a $35,000 griddle, but we had to use an old one because the newer models tend to burn our onions badly. So we used the old school model that will not burn the onions unless you really try to. We gotta open. Seriously, it's 11 o'clock. We gotta work. It was definitely a show. We like to call this hamburger Benihana. 2 doubles, 2 singles.
Hamburger Benihana.
Fried onion burger. I do it the historically accurate way. People use onions to extend their beef supply during hard times. Probably 20 years ago, I went out to Oklahoma and I thought, that's too many onions. But it's absolutely not too many onions. They cook down. Smash burger cannot be hand formed. It has to be a ball of beef. But I like the effect and the way the smash burger looks when it starts as a ball. But I'm just trying to get it so it's thin enough so it's not falling apart, but then it's also cooking fast. When I was doing pop-ups, I would make one burger. This burger, the onion burger. I can tell when it's ready to flip because I can see it. The edge is cooked, juices race to the surface. That's when it's ready to flip. Cheese goes on the flip. You can do it anywhere in Oklahoma. This is the way they're making their onion burgers. Buns not even toasted. Steam the buns on top. Onions cook down. I mean, they go to less than half their volume.
Oh my
and they
geez,
change
so
their color
exciting.
completely.
Karate at home too. What content, what gripping, I
Optimal.
see karate.
We have a very unique system here. This griddle, that sandwich station, feed the counter.
I'm getting old, Jen. I have to take care of myself.
Go out to the dining room and to go. We have pouty on the fryer, just shoestring fries. That's it. This is Drink Expo, is where the drinks come from. We have a couple of special milks in-house. We have, obviously, the obvious, the New York chocolate egg cream. This is a traditional Milwaukee hot ham sandwich right here. It's basically thin sliced ham, heated up on the griddle with Swiss cheese, another Midwestern staple. This is the classic right here. Literally, the first burger ever made was likely a smash burger. The smash burger was lost at one point to patty forming machines, to freezing methods, and we're trying to make sure that people appreciate that and bring it back. And what I do is I give it a little bit of a cooked patch on one side so that when I do smash it, it doesn't get stuck to the spatula. People think of smashing a burger, you lose all the juices. You're smashing a raw patty, there are no juices, it's all unrendered fat. Once you cook the bottom half of the burger, all of the juices are racing to the surface to escape. And then once you start to see the juices are at the top, you flip it over to preserve them. Cheese on, melt. To me, when I'm looking at the griddle, it's almost like the way a surfer looks at waves. Every once in a while I have to remind myself to look up and see who's here. Oh, hi. See? It's seasoned salt.
Jen wants yoga camp
Flour
bigger.
seasoned salt. You can get it as a cheeseburger or no cheese, or you can get it all the way. with
No.
very fine diced onion, mustard, and pickle. We dope it, which means that we get the bottom half of the bun ready to go. And that way, all we have to do is put the patty on top of that, and we're done. That's it. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. Beautiful. I've always been obsessed with American hamburger. A long time ago, I was looking for a subject for a documentary. Somehow, nobody was treating the American hamburger with any respect.
Buck says
So I
the
made
ladies
a very
can't
quirky
resist
little
you.
film called Hamburger America, and it ended up becoming
They can't.
a cult favorite among.
That's why you see them all running towards me.
And here I am now, 25 years later, standing in front of the griddle in my own restaurant. So it's a fun job. I mean, this is the best job I've ever had. Good to see you, bud. Hey, we got a little thing happening here. During the pandemic, I
Buck
lost
says you should do a
14
yoga class on it.
events around the world. George Mo's
I
Burger
could.
Fest in Tokyo.
I mean, I used to
Toronto,
train some
London.
clients
Incredible.
as a personal
And
trainer,
we lost them all because
strictly
of the
with
pandemic,
yoga,
so we're
stretching.
trying to find a way to survive. And we started making burgers in my backyard.
I forgot a lot of the
Like
names
burger
though.
slide. Like it was a closet, it was part of my
Anyways,
closet, my kitchen
this
closet.
is
I
a
ripped it
lunch.
out, stuck it out my window, and people could come by at like 2:30 for a double. And
This is
we
yoga
would open
pose.
up at 2:30, and that would come a bag of burgers. I think if we hadn't done that,
Downward
we would open
dog.
this restaurant. If I hadn't kept up
This
practice.
is
Positive
forward-facing dog.
I'm gonna make you a very special item here. I'm not
I
gonna
don't
say
know,
what
bro.
it is, and if you know what it's called, you can order it. All you need to know about this, it is the burger of my youth. I was a lifeguard in my teens, and I used to run down the beach to get this at a different beach club.
I'm gonna go to class.
I would eat 2 of these and then run back to the beach.
Not.
No
I mean, it's not really the
comments
place to hook up with the
It's
girls.
fucking butter. It's perfect. It's important to me because this is my hometown burger. This burger's been around for 51 years. This is my last one, but I'm actually gonna let T finish it. I'm out of here. I do that every day, and I love it. You ready, T? T's got it. T's got it. I said a long time ago that I'm not an idiot. I'm not gonna open a restaurant. I have so much fun just being on TV and and writing books. Why would I want to open a restaurant? Be stuck in one place. And here I am. Dream come true. The dream come true. Absolutely dream come true.
This whole process is a huge pain in the ass, but it's so worth it. It's 5:30 now. We're opening in 2 hours at 7:30. We've got a maple sausage croissant.
Oof.
We get sage and maple breakfast sausage made for us. Once I have all these gaps filled, we're gonna roll it up and then cut it. Like the traditional spiral shape, I honestly think it's one of the hardest shapes because when you're moving the dough around and there's a tendency to stretch the dough, and when that happens, that means like you're gonna have inconsistent sizes. We're egg washing, and it gets topped with lots of fresh sage that we then gets crispy in the oven. And then when it comes out of the oven, we're gonna brush with maple syrup. It's just like the perfect salty sweet bite. The like epitome of your brunch plate. Bakers get here at 5 a.m. and then it's just like hit the ground running to get, I don't know, a dozen different pastries finished and baked off. It's a push, but it's fun. Making sure we're clean and organized and ready for usually the line that has been forming earlier and earlier every day. So we're filling our apple brown butter croissant. Apple croissant is our seasonal croissant right now. We make like a very dark brown butter custard, and then we top with thinly sliced apples. Before we even opened radio, we knew that we wanted to do very distinct seasonal special croissants. The seasonal pastries are extremely popular. I guess you could say like limited time, or like people just love something that is very in season. Most bakeries finish their pastries with a store-bought nappage, which is water and pectin typically, but we make our own. It seals in, make sure the apples aren't dry, and makes it taste like fresh apple, like right off the tree. So we're opening in 5 minutes. It's go time. We have people starting to line up outside. It's about to get real busy real quick. Typically, on any given day, we're mixing 12 pitons worth of croissant dough. So this is our pre-ferment. This is going to give it a lot of flavor. And then burst in the oven.
Kelly's busy with something, so I'm stepping in with croissant dough with Valerie. So we're weighing out 5.4 kilo pieces. We're just gonna try to shape these into like kind of a rectangular log. And once that happens, Valerie's gonna press them down and roll them out and get them on sheet trays. We want it to be nice and flat and even for the laminator.
Jackie, my head baker, been with me since Rolo's. She's like the yin to my yang. I went to pastry school, but I wanted to be pushed harder, and so I transitioned over to cooking. I ended up moving to New York, and with one restaurant in mind, Gramercy Tavern, got the job. I worked there for a little bit over 2 years on the line, not pastry, and then I kind of had like a moment where I was a little bit lost, and I knew I wanted to go back to pastry, but I didn't know how. Howard and Rafik were opening a restaurant called Rolo's, and everyone at Gramercy knew about it. I reached out to Howard, and I was like, you guys need a pastry chef. He brought me in to talk. They had no idea that I could do pastry, and they kind of took a gamble on me and hired me to be the pastry chef of Rolo's, and it blew up, and I loved it. I remember in the car with Rafik and him turning to me and being like, do you want to open a bakery with us? And I like remember shaking him and being like, I'm gonna own a bakery in New York City. It was never our intention to be a hype bakery or what we are now. I'm just making things that I want to eat, you know? From that point on, it was like hit the ground running. We're gonna start laminating croissants. So we get this butter from France. It's high in fat, and it's also really dry, which helps define the layers. It's really important that the butter and the dough are the same temperature. If the butter is too cold, it'll crack. If it's too warm, it'll melt out. Every bakery gets offcuts, which is these, and we save them and age them, and that's what we use as a pre-ferment in our croissant dough. The offcuts of like our round croissants, those turn into cinnamon rolls. Okay, so that's it. That's my first block. They're all going in the freezer. They'll relax for about an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, and then we will shape them as the day goes on. So it's a little after 10. It looks like we're about to be sold out of lunch focaccias, which is not ideal. The sandwich team is in full-blown sandwich mode.
Normally I can be waiting in line for up to an hour and a half. I would say that in the past I've been in line for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe like half an hour sometimes if I really want that croissant.
We have told people that like if you want this pastry, be here at 7:30 so you won't be disappointed.
I heard about Radio Bakery through my girlfriend, and she told me that she found it on TikTok.
Yeah, so I never expected us to become viral. If I had to choose one pastry that probably really blew us up, it would probably be the tomato croissant that we made this summer. People are still asking if we have the tomato croissant, and sadly, you know, it's a seasonal special, and hopefully we'll have it next year. I mean, we opened this bakery with like a team of less than 10 people last year. We just like continually keep getting busier.
Do you want any pastries today?
Val is getting started on our focaccia mix. This is the focaccia that I was making when we first opened Rolo's. We use the same dough for the Strato and the focaccia because one, it's such a small space, and this dough is just like delicious. When we move to open the new radio on Underhill, Jackie will be taking over here. Big mama in the house. So apple, morning bun, sausage, croissant. Okay, Jackie is about to get focaccias in the oven.
So I'm just popping these bubbles. I dock them so that they don't rise up and like have tons of air in them. And then I'm going in the oven. It's gonna be 550 degrees. It's really, really hot. It'll give it a nice crispy exterior and like a really soft, chewy inside, which is ideal for focaccias.
People are always asking us, like, why can't you just make more? It's because everything takes 3 days to make. What we're baking today was made yesterday. It needs, 4 hours to proof. We want things to be tasty. Tasty things require a little tender loving care, and you can't rush those things. It's a little after 11 when we're gonna start shaping. So first we're gonna start shaping our classic croissant. I'm gonna have Haley hop in now. She's like the master at cutting croissants, way better than me. The dough, when you sheet it out, it's different every day. So that is why we weigh these every single time to make sure everything is consistent. Every single baker I know shapes croissants a different way. Ours is just a very simple, we go for 7 humps. The ears, we like with like a little pearl. We call it ears up. Zoe and Amanda are the most consistent, amazing croissant shapers here, and now Haley too. That just goes to show that if my team can do it better than me, then that's exactly what I want. A croissant should also have like a perfect honeycomb. Honeycomb is when you cut into a croissant, you'll see all the layers, and it literally looks like a honeycomb. And that shows that it was laminated with skill and confidence, which is what every baker strives to do. Oh, it's a good croissant. Nice job, guys. This is gonna be our morning bun. Our Earl Grey morning bun, the idea came when we were doing pop-ups through Rolo's before radio opened. So I was testing everything at Rolo's, and I wanted to do something with tea, and it was delicious. Morning buns get a nice amount of butter and then a good amount of Earl sugar. And we grind it with a little bit more lemon zest. We get really good Earl Grey tea from Serendipity Tea. I tell families all the time that buy this for the kids, I'm like, it has caffeine in it. So prepare yourself. If these are rolled too tight, the inside, the little belly button is going to spiral out too much. If they're rolled too loose, they don't really stay together. I think we make over 600 of these a week. This could never go off the menu. I think people would riot. This is like beautiful. It's exactly what we're looking for. You can see the lamination. You can see a nice amount of sugar, and they look very happy. So we're going to tray these up and freeze them for tomorrow. I'm testing our Queen Amman, which has been my dream for going on 3 years now. We're going to use a little bit of flour and start our first fold. I lived in Napa and then San Francisco for a little bit, and there's this bakery there called Beef Patisserie, and they're known for their Queen Amman. And I had the Queen Amman. I swear to God, it was life-changing. The process can take months or years. Me or someone on my team is constantly R&D'ing. The Queen Amman I'm still testing after literally 3 years because I just can't get it right. We are just so specific and anal about making sure that everything that we make is the best version that it could be. So on my last 2 folds, I'm gonna add my sugar. And I made a mix of soba cha tea, maple sugar, and a little bit of salt. My dough feels nice and strong. Pretty good so far. When we shape croissants and any of our other viennoiserie, we laminate, and then it needs to rest for at least an hour to let the gluten relax. But Queen Amman, since the dough is so lean, it's gonna come really syrupy. We're gonna shape it right now and prove it right now. A month ago, I was so close to like unlocking this and getting it right, and then I just had to take a step back. But I know it when I see it, or like when I taste it. And so today, hopefully, it's like the almost winning Queen Amman. These are gonna rest. I mean, aside from like recipe testing, we are constantly checking in on our pastries and making sure that are they executed to their best potential. That's the way to go. Even our morning buns have also been on the menu since before we opened. But just last week, we put a little bit more butter in the molds and we added more sugar, and like they're better than they were a month ago. And I think that is so important, that it's not just always about like looking ahead at the next best thing. It's also about checking to make sure that the staples, what we're selling every day, are staying true to themselves. So it's about 2:15. We're completely sold out of everything except for one single loaf of bread, but we're gonna close up shop so that we can clean up and get some staff out of here earlier. We are at 186 Underhill Ave, the new Radio Bakery in Prospect Heights. So as you come into the bakery, you'll be able to see people shaping, dividing dough right here. As we go down, there's gonna be tables here for people baking. This is the rotating oven, so pastries will be coming out of here. This is the double proofer retarder. Sandwich station gets their own big table, and then right next to sandwich station, this is gonna be the sheeter and like lamination station. It's tight, but as efficient as we could possibly make it. Early on, when we saw how successful radio was, it must have been like less than 6 months in. I don't know if it was a discussion, it was just like.
Okay, like coughing into the microphone. We're gonna go out for a little hike. Come back. Much needed for me. Something that we have to do. At least once a week. Sorry. Maybe in this situation, I use my iPhone. I don't think about that before I unplug this. Actually, my iPhone will work better up there. Telling you the truth. Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty sure I bought my neck mount in here. Where is the neck mount? Oh, there it is. Yeah, good. I'm gonna use the neck mount today, jeez. There we go. That's better. Much better. Nice one, dude. Nice one, G's, you know what I'm saying? Good one.
Stoneface says, thanks for the follow chop_gay.
Yeah, geez. Simple as that. Simple as that, see?
Chops_gay says, let's roll out.
Yeah, we're about to be. There we go. G's. Let me wallet. I think it's in the car. Okay. No shoes, no shirt, no service. I remember when I used to try to bring my mic up to Zozo Mountain, and it would mess with the audio so much. You live and you learn.
Serrania says, no shirt policy should only be applied when the person is fat.
Fair enough. I'm gonna switch the camera angle just a moment. Sorry for the EBZ camera angle right now.
Serrania says, I don't mind the angle on that manly jawline.
Okay, I'm changing the angle now. There we are. We're live back. Oh no, going fall too fast. There's so many cops on this street. Waiting for the right opportunity. Sunday and the sun's just barely coming out right now. No G's. Need to go do a little footwork. Get the body and mind right. over here today. Typical Sunday over here. Usually would be more packed though, to be honest with you. Holy smokes. It's Ukrainian, Russian John. Let's do it. I don't know why it disconnects from the iPad all the time. Come on now. Unable to join. It's like 100 kids with their bikes over here. It's 12:25. And here we go. Another grounding hike up the mountain. Our favorite mountain, Zozo Mountain. And the weather's starting to clear up. Why does it smell like chili dogs right now? Why does it smell like chili? Could be barbecue. Oh. He's friendly. I know. I can tell. Doggoos. We missed the days with our doggoos up these trails. That was years ago though. He was so fast, bro, I couldn't beat him. I'd be following him the whole time.
Chops under Sergey said, hope find a horny MILF to fuck up here.
I've met a few of those, yeah. One of them, the same day we met, she brought me to her home. She literally came and picked me up from my house and took me to her place. I'm not even joking you. And there's a few of those actually over here, but I tried a couple times, you know.
My genitals says, now tell us how you fumbled that bag.
Ask my friends, they're gonna tell you.
Chops_gay says, did you fuck her so good?
That TTS was timed perfectly. Kudos to you on that one. Crazy, dude. Right when there were 2 Johns. The only Johns I've seen this mountain in a while. Wonder if my pulse weight will work. Oh, it's working. You guys see my heart rate? Yeah.
Stoneface says, looks like your heart's supposed to jump out of your chest, boy.
At some points, I'll probably hit up to 180. We're not at the hard part yet. But I'll tell you, my breathing is shit today. Maybe it's the quality of the air, I don't know. How's the connection, by the way? Seems like it's been fine. Maybe because there's not much usage up here today.
My genitals says, you sound like me when I walk from the cart to the tee off. 3 packs a day will kill me, yada.
There's no way he smokes that much. He does smoke a lot, bro. He smokes like a chimney. I'm surprised there.
Chops_gay says, so you lost interest on that horny snatch who was waving a feather-shaped dildo near your butt.
Wow. You know what, dude?
Chops_gay says, connection is good foo.
I'm not gonna be drinking anymore. If that's what it's gonna be. Okay.
My Genitol says he smokes 20s, and I've seen him open his third pack many times on stream.
Wow. I like how he relishes about the fact of like he's smoking like big boy cigarettes. He'll say like, yeah, it's got this many milligrams, you know what I'm saying? I'm smoking big boy cigarettes.
Chops_gay says, I was about to ask you if you've ever lost interest on a bitch, but I remember.
All the time.
Chops_gay says, you have lost interest, huh, head boy?
All the time. Hello. Go ahead.
Oh, no, it's okay. I got it.
Okay. Oh. Y'all can go ahead.
Sick, bro. No shoes.
Yeah, thanks.
My Genitol says he justifies it cause they're on 20 baht a pack. Cheaper the price, I guess. I'm his mind lesser chance of camera.
You know what I'm saying? Yata. 20 baht. You like me? Nah, chotamante, nah, you like me? Same thing? I like you, same thing? How much? Nah. Yeah, I just don't know how people manage their day-to-day function in life, smoking that much cigarette, you know? They knock me out. They make me tired and sleepy. Especially if you eat food and you have a cigarette afterwards, over. They're like dazed.
Chops_gay says you should have told that fuck face to kick rocks while you take his snatch girl up the hill for dirty sex.
His mother, bro? Who the? All right, that's it, bro.
My Genitol says, cigs a day, keeps that doctors and dentists at bay yada. This is sus, by the way.
I don't know why Chops that rubbed me off in the wrong way. Tone it down a little bit. I didn't like that for some reason, you know? You know, maybe the right time and place, G, but not now.
Chops_gay says that wasn't his mom.
I don't know who it was, but I didn't even pay attention to her.
Chops_gay says, not now, okay.
My Genitol says, I think Chops is a Jeffrey Dahmer-like. Harder after last night, and today's comments LOL.
Yeah. He's escalating. It's escalating. You know, don't feel comfortable like that, Jesus. It's not the... You're in the wrong company. like Waffy said yesterday, you know, we the good guys, geez, you know, we the good guys, ha. You know, a little bit rough on the edges, but ultimately we the good guys, geez.
My Genitol says, Jandro's doing a meet and great in Detroit. I think he's retarded.
A what? Hello. Hello. Yata. What's a meet and what? A meet and greet? Like his own meet and greet or someone else's? No snakes. Not that I've seen any in a while.
Chops_gay says blackout screen why?
Bad connection. Zozo Mountain.
My Genitol says, yeah, he's meeting some of his viewers and you FD for a minute.
Wow. He's got viewers that are willing to meet him in Detroit. Why not LA or something like this? I just didn't even think that he did meet and greets. That's funny. English longbowman in King Arthur's army. A lot of bees buzzing and being around.
My Genitol says, I think he thinks he's a big deal since the ice collab in Asia. His numbers are definitely inflated since then. 700 to 800 viewers and the same 12 people spamming nonsense dumb shit in chat.
Well, what can I say? Use it if you got it. You know, these people are making a living doing what they're doing. But like I mentioned before, they set a lot of standards in the streaming game, and all the people that are new and got into it, like, think that's the peak standard. So they're not, most of the time, they're not going to reinvent the wheel. People are making a lot of money doing content. Why are you gonna go out of your way to, if you can do the networking and all that, bust your ass, like me.
My Genitol says, I used to enjoy popping by his streams and having a laugh with him, but I can't even get a question to him now, cause it's the same four morons just spamming or beaming up foe or Big Bison Beast shit all stream.
Powering up Big Foe.
Harmonia says, this reminds me of the cat videos running around in the wilderness.
Cat will... Harmonize, darling, harmonize, harmonize.
DNFF_X says, did you park the food truck on the other side of this mountain? Brave man.
Yeah, I'm just running back to the truck to clock in. Hartman at the door waiting. gonna throw me an apron and my spatula. Just gonna run there. He's like, go, go, go. Now I'm getting thirsty. This is the, yeah, geez, you know, only a real man gonna be able to do this. Jeez.
My Genitol says, how many miles is this hike?
It's not that long. It's like, I don't know in miles, but it takes me like 30 to 35 minutes to finish, which is not much at all. Nice little breezy downhill hike. The up, it's very steep though. It's a massive incline.
My Genitol says, yeah, I can't do that, Al.
It's a massive incline.
My Genitol says, I'd be fucking crying LLL.
It's good maintenance for the sports, G, you know. Keeps the feet strong.
Harmony says, barefoot hike, how the hell do you even do that?
You know, I trained man, jeez. I'm martial artist.
Stoneface says, barefoot madman.
My Genitol says, yeah, I give you.
Whoa. Bloody hell, mate. We're good. We are back. I smell burgers and barbecue, dude. Oh my god, it smells amazing. All those videos of burgers in the morning. You know what I'm eating today, jeez. But I gotta go. Work high to own it. I hear someone's woman nagging to them, you know? Where did fuck me call, mate? It's over there. Bloody hell. Thanks, gentlemen. You know, I think everyone can do it, honestly. I over-exaggerating a little bit, you know, soft road. What's he doing with that tent? This dude's juggling in the corner. I love this park, man. You'll see people like practicing kendo.
My genitals says, my wife can climb a tree hands-free. She's trained her lower lips to grip that bark like a sloth's hand. She has many hidden talents, Yada.
That's wild, dude. Where do you come up with that? Right when you said that, I already knew what direction you were going in.
Shop Center Sergey says, I'm fucking a fat bitch. As I type him slapping her in the face, she loves it.
Wow. So it's not overrated. She loves it.
My genitals says, I have a very creative mind after watching that fucking clown family.
Uncle? No, Uncle? Where's Uncle? I think, but at the least, some part of him knows that the unification of all of them is like content for a lot of people, bro. I mean, tell me he has that wherewithal at least, you know? Or it's just all a matter of like coincidence. If I was in that situation, I'd be like, holy shit, this is like utterly ridiculous, but like I'm making tons of money from it. But I never put myself in that situation. Jeez, you know. So different story, different life. You know what I'm saying, jeez?
My genitals says, Unc drilled a hole through a pipe the other day and just left it LOL, and then drank a half a bottle of vodka SUS, was so pissed LOL.
Like, he's carrying that show to some degree, isn't he? Is he not? Uncle. Oh, crap. John Dorella, holy shit, bro.
Chops Undershore Gay says, dirty fat bitch.
John Dashians. Some real Kim John Dashians.
My Genitals says, Unk is a fucking legend and a star of the show. He wears his Santa's elf t-shirt in the middle of summer zero fucks given.
In Thailand, I've seen like a middle-aged woman wearing a Pornhub shirt, bro, like without any fucking clue or knowledge of that. I just literally my head did a full 360. I was trying to make sure I was seeing correct. Like wearing like this XL Pornhub shirt, dude. Uncle. The dude is a gifted speaker, though. Like, he can literally just talk about a multitude of subjects for 10 to 12 hours, and he just keeps going on and on about, you know, in-depth details about a shoe, a watch, some gasket not working in his car, like.
My Genitals says, have you seen the shower Unk installed above a power outlet by the pool? Idea is get out of the pool and rinse off, but there's a fuck live receptacle directly under the shelf.
Oh my god, bro. Uncle. I mean, they don't live by our standards, you know what I'm saying? Yata. They're a little bit more free.
My Genitals says, he bullshits so fucking much it does my head in.
It's always smiling and like just ruminating about 100 different subjects, bro. It's too funny. Why is my door closed? You know what I'm saying? The spirit of my dog is here. Woof, woof. Hey, little buddy. You know what I'm saying, chat? We're back, we're live. You know, in the main studio, jeez. They don't live by our standards. Maybe they don't have the plumbing situation to do it otherwise. Like, to do all that plumbing and stuff, like reconstruct it, it's a lot of work and a lot of money and labor. You know, jeez. Bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 bum. Why no fix, uncle? Drink too much? Nah? Choto drunk, nah? The kid. Holy smokes. Let me play some music for you guys while I go and take a shower really quick. You know what I'm saying? You should see the kitchen knives today. He was making pizza and tried to chop up some. Oh, I wonder why the TTS didn't go through. Try to chop up some mozzarella cheese. His kitchen knife looked like Uncut used it to cut wire. Cut drywall and tighten screws. That's like some fucking, that's like some straight up, like something that would happen in the village, you know? That's like among villagers, what we call, in my language is, fuck dude, I don't even remember, I'm terrible. I'm like, I just referring to like village people, you know? I can already imagine his commentary, like, what's up with this knife? Like, nah. He's using this to get, what's up with the knife, nah?
Underscore gay says, uncuda.
Holy shit. His fucking knife looks like this. Nah. Oh, man. Oh, I'm gonna play some music right now. Alright, the TTS working, jeez. That's so funny, bro. I wasn't expecting that it would be that funny, but the more I read into
My Genitol says they're like a family of fucking cavemen. He has to translate through Google to get to do anything.
But they're constantly like, but why are they? They're more. They're happier than.
Shops underscore gay says, how dirty are your feet?
They seem more functional than like normal families. You know what I mean? Not, excuse me. Let me rephrase that. I just got distracted from my. They seem happier and more joyful than like formal families.
My Genitol says UNC and Dryman.
Who's I don't know, Dryman. Old money Italian summer. I'm gonna bring TTS speaker closer to me. But I'm gonna take a shower really quick. Otherwise, we're being filthy.
Toll says, Monk, when Trymon's nephew sit there, take the piss out of him all the time. Stoneface says, thank you for the follow, Chops. _gay.
Thanks for the welcome in, Stone. You're a good chap.
_gay says Barry G. Matey.
Yar. You know what that reminds me of? That movie Dodgeball, and the guy that portrayed himself like a pirate, and then eventually he changes his act, dresses like normal clothes at the end, talks normally. Nah. What do you know what I'm talking about? Nah. Shut the mouth, nah. Nah. You, me, same thing? You want I same thing? Nah.
_gay says, are you going shopping now then to the food truck?
Something like that, yeah. I'm deciding whether shopping is the right move today. I have time to go shopping too. I'm wondering if it's the right move. But I mean, I don't have a spot planned for tomorrow or the next day, if that makes sense. So it's like I'm gonna be buying what? A bunch of different stuff to. I don't like working that way. It puts a lot of stress on me. So I'm gonna go ahead and go straight to the public storage, go to the truck, clean, use everything to the best that I can. Twin Towers? Where's the Twin Towers? They want us to go, what? Do service for the police and stuff tomorrow? Well, I would, if that was the case. Darren? Doubt it.
Underscore Gay says, shit.
Chops. Underscore. Chops? You've done it again, Chops. Sottomatene. USBC. Sottomatene. What's that one? I know I unplugged that shit a few times. I'm not looking one of the plugins. Here's it. Yeah. Sottomatene. I just changed some of the titles.